Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing another figure review, and that will be of the DC Collectibles New 52 Justice League Green Lantern Simon Baz figure. A lot to say right there, a lot to say. But it seems as though the Justice League New 52 figures are stepping away from the core regular Justice League characters, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and stepping into the Justice League of America characters. We've had Green Arrow. We now have Simon Baz as Green Lantern. We're going to be getting Martian Manhunter, Katana, and Vibe, and Catwoman fairly soon. So, which is great. We're jumping into another set of characters and another team. So before we actually get into the figure itself, a little information about Simon Baz. Simon Baz is still a relatively new character in the DC universe, making his first appearance in Green Lantern issue 0, and really has been with the comic for about 8 or 9 issues. We're going into issue 20 and, let's see, issue 0, issue 12 onward. So, yeah, so about 8 or 9 issues. And poor Simon Baz. Poor Simon Baz. He has had a run of bad luck since he's got that Green Lantern ring. First and foremost, he got the Green Lantern ring because it chose him because he had qualities both of Hal Jordan and Sinestro. He's kind of a mixture between the two. But since getting the ring, he's been framed for crimes that he has not committed, become an outlaw, and has not made friends with the regular Justice League. In addition to that, he has been tangled up with the battle with the First Lantern and the Third Army. So, boy, Simon Baz, really not a good impression of this DC universe for him because he has not had a fun time. However, one good thing for him is he is a founding member of the Justice League of America. Although in the comic he hasn't made quite as much of his appearance as the other characters, he is considered a founding member, and after his time in Green Lantern is going to be done, he will be fully committed to the team. Personality-wise, like I said, Simon Baz is kind of a mix between Hal and Sinestro. He has the cockiness and good-heartedness of Hal, but he has the ruthless and hot-headedness of Sinestro. So it's an interesting mix between the two. He kind of plays by his own rules, but hey, that's what Hal and Sinestro both do, so I guess he has definitely qualities from both. Um, but in saying that, we might as well talk about the figure itself. Now, Simon Baz comes in the standard DC New 52 collectibles box, and on the side you see the figure itself, and then you see a silhouette. However, this time it's not of the art, it's of the actual figure. And then on the back you see all the other figures being released: Simon Baz, Martian Manhunter, and Green Arrow, and then the core Justice League Big Seven. Uh, and I've said this before. I've loved these boxes. I think they're good. They're simplistic, but they get the point across. They're very nice boxes. One thing to make note is it seems like the Justice League of America figures, Simon Baz, Green, maybe not so much Green Arrow, but Simon Baz, Martian Manhunter Vibe, so on and so forth, are going to be in the style of David Finch's art rather than Jeff Johns' art, which is pretty interesting. But with that said, I'm going to open this bad boy up, take a look at the figure, and, well, you guys get to take a look at him afterwards. So I got the figure unboxed, got to play around with him for a minute or two, and now I can give you guys my impression on the figure. Here is Simon Baz in all of his Green Lantern gloriness. And one thing to make note, and although I don't have a size comparison, he is slightly shorter from the other DC New 52 Justice League figures. I put him right up next to Hal, and he's about yay shorter. Just a slight hair. You almost don't notice it unless he was right up next to the figures. But as you can see, this is very accurate to Simon Baz's costume. Of course, Simon Baz only had one costume, so it better be accurate. But there's a lot of detail in this, especially in the costume, from the lining to the molding of the shirt, the costume, the back. You can see the molding right here in the back on the arms. What's very nice is he comes with his gun, and he has a holster for the gun, and then of course the gun can come out and you can have him hold the gun, and it fits in there pretty snugly and promptly. Let me see, let me just put it in, And you're probably wondering, why does a Green Lantern have a gun? And it's actually an interesting point that Simon Baz does bring up, is what happens if my ring runs out of power? What am I going to do? I'm not Batman. I don't have supreme martial arts abilities. So he keeps a gun on him just in case, which actually has paid off. I just think it's an interesting notion. He has all the standard articulation of the New 52 DC collectible Justice League figures. And it's a DC collectible figure, so it's not going to have a huge amount of articulation, but still have a good amount. Move the head around, arms go up and swivel around, bend at the elbows, turn at the biceps, bend at the knees and at the hip, and that's about it. It's a decent amount of articulation, better than we've had seen in other collectible figures, or DC Direct back in the day. But it's still a good amount of articulation for what it is. What I particularly like is how they take his tattoo and they kind of give it a uh, green color glow to it, because when he has the Green Lantern on, his tattoo, and I forget what his tattoo means. I think it means courage, but I could be wrong. Um, it's he uses a construct to make it grow, which is pretty cool. Glow, not grow, glow, which is pretty cool. On a whole, I am really impressed with this figure. Like I said, it's a little bit more David Finchy than it is Jim Lee's. And let me just see if I can turn off this light, get a better look. Yeah, the light kind of glared it out, but much more of a David Finch design than a Jim Lee's design. I keep on trying to say Jeff Johns. I don't know why. Although it may not be my favorite Green Lantern costume, the thing it does very well is it stands out and it makes you remember that this is a different Green Lantern from Hal, John, Guy, and everyone else. Um, it kind of feels like a mixture between a lot of them. Like it almost looks like a mixture between Hal's and John Stewart's here, but at the same time, it stands out in its own costume. So on a whole, I really do like this figure. I do recommend picking up. I think if you did, you would enjoy it. I'm going to try to find a place to put my Justice League of America characters, so that I can have a little section for them, because I have the Justice League, the core 7 here. Well, 6 of the 7. I have all the Batman stuff up here. But I'm gonna have to find a place to put the Justice League of America. So with that said, I'm gonna end this video here. Simon Baz, really nice figure. Definitely recommend picking up. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.